Hello and welcome to Talking Really. My name's Andy and we're going to talk about the plastic drinking straw debacle which has been going on for a little while now. I noticed that there was a video I watched yesterday. I think it was on Facebook. Anyway, it was a video regarding America and some particular states over there that have actually now banned drinking straws for plastic drinking straws in restaurants, so that if you are a disabled person and you require a straw to be able to drink, then you will not be able to get one.
You know, there are a few certainties in life. The sun will rise in the east and set in the west, and the left will always find a way to go full retard. So you might be wondering what I'm talking about. There is an article that came out today that, of course, I have to share with you guys because I'm super fascinated by the insane liberals that are taking over certain parts of this country, and of course, not coincidentally, California, which is really one and the same thing, right? So this article is from Breitbart, but it's been floated all over, and it's about how California wants to ban the use of unsolicited plastic straws, right? So the title of the article is going to be "California Bill Would Jail and Fine Waiters Who Offer Unsolicited Plastic Straws." So Democratic California Assembly Majority Floor Leader Ian Calderon has introduced a bill that could put waiters in jail for offering their patrons a plastic straw without them asking for one. This bill would prohibit a food facility, as specified, where food may be consumed on the premises from providing single-use plastic straws to consumers unless requested by the consumer, the bill reads. Now, I want you to pay attention here because this next part is important because it kind of gets into how the left operates, which is sometimes why I choose to cover such ridiculous topics. So this next sentence is key. He says, by creating a new crime and imposing additional enforcement duties on local health agencies, this bill would impose a state-mandated local program. That's so important, I'm going to say it again. By creating a new crime and imposing additional enforcement duties on local health agencies, this bill would impose a state-mandated local program. And he goes on to say that people who give unsolicited plastic straws under this bill called AB 1884 would be under the threat of a $25 fine, up to a $1,000 fine, or 6 months in jail, or both.
You'll have to bring your own with you. And obviously, I don't know how much of these are actually going to be sold anymore in the shops. I've got a whole load there. Apparently, I bought these in Asda, so these were from a supermarket. I don't know if they're still available. I haven't bought any for a little while now, but I need to go and buy some more. I tend to keep a load in the cupboard just in case. But you know, when you drink hot drinks or any drink and you have a condition, I have CP, cerebral palsy. I've had it all my life. I know that in my youth, long time ago, because I am quite old now, but a long time ago, there was a thing that I do remember when I was at home, living at home. I know that my mother tried to force me into having to use my hands, and it was a period of time that I remember quite a lot because I spilt a load of drink, and I especially hot drinks, which were very, very difficult. I felt the pressure of having to attempt to drink a drink without any straw, and certainly it presented problems when I visited people. Generally they wouldn't have a straw, and I would attempt to drink a drink offered, you know, because they offer you, would you like a cup of tea or coffee, and you say, well, yes, I'd like a cup of tea. Of course you realise then that you're probably not going to be able to drink it, and I've had a few embarrassing moments where I spilt everything all over the carpet. They've offered you sugar, so you've attempted to do the sugar, and that's gone all over the place as well. And basically, in the end, I often just leave it. And of course, I get weird looks. Why have you asked for a cup of tea and then not drunk it? You could obviously argue that you could explain that you can't actually pick the thing up. Sometimes they make it too full. But you know, that was a period of time that I can move on from, and I'm okay with going out and about and using straws. which is quite good when you're when I travel abroad. When I go abroad, it tends to have a different attitude altogether, that every restaurant has straws and they offer you straws straight away. And if you haven't got one straight away, you can ask for one and they will give you it. And generally what they do is, if they give you a straw, they give it you wrapped in a tissue so that they haven't got to touch the straw. They will give you the straw, and obviously there's no problem. Why are they making a big issue about plastic straws? The problem, as I see it, is this issue stems from the whole attitude of the government at the moment. We've had 8 years of it. The Tory government have this thing about disability. I don't know why they're doing it, but they do, and nobody in their right mind can appreciate the things that they're doing to disabled people. It's been in the news, the EU, the UN and everything else. All of these big government bodies have all determined that the UK government is discriminating and persecuting disabled people. You cannot deny the effects of their policies on disabled people. You've only got to look at the benefit system and the forced transfer over to from DLA to PIP, and the many thousands of people that have lost their vehicles, and these are disabled people like myself who've had a vehicle for 20-25 years. We're not going to get any better, and we're now physically determined as being able-bodied, which I would like to see in reality. But there you go, that's just me. Maybe they can see something I can't see about me. You know, maybe I suddenly am able-bodied. Fantastic. That would make a life a lot easier, and obviously people's attitudes would disappear. Because certainly within the last 8 years, and I know we're getting off the subject of plastic straws, but it's all related. Now, the attitude of some people have been twisted towards this idea that we should be persecuted and we are benefit scroungers and everything else. When you look at the stats, actually benefit fraud is actually really tiny compared to the fraud of big business that are not paying their tax. If the government want to get some money, they should be chasing up these big firms, not persecuting the very small minority of people who see fit to defraud the country. So genuine disabled people in that category, very minor numbers, very small numbers. Certainly for me, I'm always looking over my shoulder now. There are times where I'm thinking, oh, you know, somebody's going to look at me and think I'm able-bodied and I can do this, that and the other, and I'm expecting a little brown envelope through the post asking me to explain myself. Now, that's not a way to live in this day and age. We're in the 21st century. You know, why should I have to look over my shoulder every time? I've got nothing to hide, by the way. I'm not doing anything illegal. I abide by the rules as far as I can, and I'm still having to worry about, is somebody going to report me? Am I going to be seen doing something that maybe, you know, I'm doing that they think I shouldn't be doing, you know? And it just presents a load of issues and a load of heartache and a load of stress, which I don't need. But the plastic drinking straw thing, for me, is no big deal. What they actually need to deal with is all of the plastic waste that there is. There's tons and tons of plastic waste that is produced and is basically, you open it up and then you put it in the bin, right? Okay, you know, you use the straw once, you put it in the bin, fair enough. But when you look at the amount of waste compared to plastic straws, I think you want a winner chicken dinner. I think you're basically barking at the wrong tree. I think you need to look at the whole plastic waste issue first before you start persecuting a small minority of people that use a straw for everyday living, hot or cold, regardless. I mean, I've heard some stupid ideas, like have some metal straws. I mean, you know, who wants a metal straw in a hot cup of coffee? you're going to burn your mouth off. It's just, who wants a paper straw? I mean, those were the days, you know, when you had a paper straw, you get one suck on it and that was it. It was done. It's just ridiculous, this whole plastic straw thing. You need to sort out yourself and look at the causes of other plastic waste that we're chucking in the bin every day. And there we go. So I am interested in hearing your comments about this. I know that there will be quite a few people who are going to come to comment on this, and the people that require a straw in order to drink. So please come and comment and let me know what you think about this whole debacle, because I think it's pathetic. I really do, and we should band together and do something about it. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'll catch you again. Please don't forget, I need to get my channel up to 100 subscribers. So if you're not a subscriber, then please click the button and help me achieve the 100 number. Why 100? Well, what it means is I can change the channel name to Talkin Really, which obviously is a bit easier to remember than QRZ123XYZ4/2, which nobody can remember. So Talkin Really, obviously, is ideal, but you cannot have it on until you get 100 subscribers. Obviously, if you want to subscribe, and that's brilliant. Thank you for your support. Okay, bye for now.